Good evening. It's Sunday night, May 22nd, 2016. My name is Don Oshman, Editor-in-Chief of HideNet Publications, with our HideNet Sunday Night Weekend Review. In Latin America this week, David Holz reports from Novo Hamburgo that things are relatively quiet. The fresh prices are stable at the horrific levels that tanners can't afford to pay. But slaughter is still down. And TR1 full substance, good quality wet blue, around 24 kilos. It's still $1.25 to $1.30, but there's more business being done closer to $1.25 than $1.30. In Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, those prices are generally stable again this week. Excuse me. Our European report from Andrea Guolo in Bologna, he's got some new features this week or this month, and it's going to be an international report as well, because prices now include our Indian buffalo and Central African lamb and sheepskin prices. So all that's going to be in each monthly issue of our European report and each week's issue of our international report. In the UK, British hides were selling okay except for cows, because there's no China. So like every place else, the cows are begging, but British hides basically are okay. Last week saw some declines in North German hides, and now there's similar discounts being seen in Sweden and Finland as a carryover, you might say, from the little bit of weakness, not much, in North German hides, ox for automotive. Veal skins are firm on less demand because there's not very many top quality veal skins. That's one of the big reasons, but there's less demand from the prestige houses as well, a little bit less. In general, automotive hides are finding resistance from some of the major automotive buyers, tanners, who there's a limit to how much they can pay. And there was a little less kill in the summer, this time of year in Germany and places like that, so they figured they could push the price up, but it didn't work because the OEMs would not go along with it. Andrea also has a full report on furniture leather on a worldwide basis, which is terrific, and also an interview with Giancarlo Dani and Bernardo Finco, two of important Italian tanners, to get their perspective on what's going on in Italy. In North America this week, to the surprise of most, U.S. steer prices were not only fully steady, but in some cases advanced. And this surprised us, frankly, and a lot of people. And again, kills are pushing 600,000 a week, which is up from 550 or 560 in March or April. Texas steers advanced 50 cents to $1. Butts were up $2. Native steers were up a bit. And it's surprising, and it's still going on. And who knows what's going to happen in the next week? Watch HideNet and find out. Watch our daily reports. And for the first time in a long time, by the way, in America, cows didn't go down. They were weekly steady. This is branded cows, maybe heavy native cows. Does this mean there's a resurgence in cow interest? They've gotten awful cheap. On an FOB basis, well, in fact, on a CNF basis, some of the southwestern cows are now in the area of $32, $33 CNF. Some of the better ones are considerably below $40 CNF, probably $37, $38, $39. And perhaps this is the low. But it's not cleaned up yet, so stay tuned on this and we'll see what happens. Combined export figures this past week showed 568,000 hides sold for export, but export shipments were down 19% from the previous week at 461,000. So shipments have slowed, and maybe this is temporary or a new trend. Got to check next week to see. Cattle and feed were also up 1% from a year ago, and placements in the feedlots were up substantially. So that's about it for this week. Watch again next Sunday night for the latest, and go to HideNet.com. Get a free trial, at least on our daily report, to see what's going on with all these things, but for sure in our weekly reports. If it doesn't make you any money, you can cancel your subscription. What do you think of that? Get the cutting edge. Get an edge on your competitors and try HideNet. Thanks for watching. See you next week.